Welcome to another edition of Mark's Inspiration. Glad you could join me here today, as always. And it's a rainy, cool, cloudy day in St. Louis, Missouri today. I think it's rained here more than I can ever remember. Flooding, raining, wet. But hey, I got lots of work, so it doesn't affect me. But I know it affects a lot of the people in construction because they can't get in the foundations. But hey, that's another topic. Today I want to talk about what are you speaking? What are you saying? Do you know what abracadabra means? Abracadabra. Magicians use it. It means what you speak is what you create. Words have creative power. What words are you speaking? Think about what you're saying, because from every word that you speak, it came from a thought. But before we get farther, smash that like button and subscribe. Excuse me. So what are you speaking? What you are speaking is a good indication of what you are thinking. Think about what you are thinking about and listen to what you are saying. What are you saying to yourself? Many people talk badly to themselves. If you ask someone when they're talking badly to themselves, would you speak to your best friend like that? Or let me ask you, would you speak to your best friend the way you speak to yourself when you make a mistake? Have you ever called yourself stupid? Or have you ever asked yourself, you can't believe that you've done the same stupid thing again? I think you probably have. I know I have in the past. I haven't done it for a long time, but I have done it. And usually when you say that, you are in an emotional state. And emotions, feelings, and words create your reality. You may even have a visualization when you say that of yourself as being stupid. Well, you're not stupid. But remember this, you are what you think you are. And you are what you say you are. If you say it over and over again, because from those words are emanating from your thoughts, from your dominant thinking. I hear people talk about themselves as being stupid, dumb, sick, many things. One of the things my mother used to say was, she was sick and tired, and she put I am before that. I don't even want to say it to you for an example. But I had said that. I caught myself saying that to my kids. When they would do something over and over again, I would say, sick and tired. I would put I am before that. I don't even want to say it, as I said, as an example, because your subconscious mind takes that in. Maybe you can say it once or twice, but if you catch yourself saying things like that habitually, using I am before any negative statement, you are programming yourself to be whatever you follow after that I am, whether it be positive or negative. Yes, it's that powerful. When you grew up, your parents would say, you are. Maybe they said, you are stupid. You are worthless. I know some of the ones I've heard were, you don't have enough sense to pound sand in a rat hole. You don't have the sense you were born with. Act like you've got some sense. All of these things indirectly mean you're stupid. You're ignorant. You can't do anything right. You are never going to amount to anything. Yes, I heard all these and many more. Plus with the whippings that I got. But I must say that the whippings were not as bad as the things that were said to me. But it's possible that during those whippings, which were highly emotional situations, traumas, some people would call them. I don't think they were traumas. I don't know, some of the words we use nowadays just amaze me. To me, a trauma is if I was in a bad car accident and my parents got killed, or a plane crash, or my brother got run over by a tractor in front of me, or my parents died when I was young. That's traumatic. Or if I was in the war and many battle situations where my life was in danger. These are traumas to me. Just my opinion. I mean, I can paint my past up however I want it to be with my words. I can look at it from a perspective of that was everything I needed to be the man I am today. I am persistent. I am determined. I am persevering in everything I do because my father, my parents made me tough. Maybe they didn't go about it in a loving way, but on the other hand, it was just what I needed. And that's all they knew. Now, I don't know why my father said some of these things to me. Probably because his father said that to him. And his father's father said that to him. He was just passing on what he learned, and he didn't know any better. He didn't know the damage these things would do to me or do to my psyche. But on the other hand, did it really damage me? Or did it make me stronger? I am the man today because of everything my father said to me and everything he did to me and everything he did for me. I had a home, I had food, I had clothes. They provided me with a stable living situation, a good work ethic. My father and mother both worked for years at the same place. Every day they got up and went to work. They were home every night. So in that respect, I had something. But I can look at it or paint the picture or write the story however I want to. For years I wrote it like, well, they never told me they loved me, they never hugged me, etc., etc. Now I choose to look at it differently, and you can too. Write the story the way you want to see it, the way that it will help you, the way that it will propel you into your future. You are the person today because of everything that has happened to you until now. Now you will be the person tomorrow if you use what has happened to you and perceive it in a way that it can build you up and propel you toward your desired vision or goal. You do have a vision, right? A goal, a written goal. Less than 5% of the people have a written goal. Write it down, because then it becomes real. And speak it. Make an affirmation that is congruent with you having achieved your goal already. Sure, it's a lie when you first do it, but if you say it over and over again and think about it and feel it as if you already have it, you will be led to take certain actions to move you towards that goal. Bridges of incidences will appear. Now you won't know it when they're happening so much as when you look back in retrospect. You can't put the pieces of the puzzle together when you're in the middle of the puzzle, so to speak. But looking back, you can see how everything led you to your goal, to achieve your vision, your purpose here in life. If you have one, if you don't have a goal or a vision or a purpose, you don't know what it is, then how are you going to know if you get there? I remember when I was young, I used to say I had no goals. But I did. I had a goal of getting high every day and drinking and partying. That was my goal. And riding a motorcycle and being like the guys I saw on Easy Rider. And guess what? I saw that movie in 1969. And by the time I was 17 or 18, somewhere in there, I had had several motorcycles. And by that time, I had a Harley Davidson. It was a chopper with a long front end, laid back, with a jockey shift, a suicide shift. Some of you might know what that is. That's a hand shift and a foot clutch on a motorcycle. Somewhat difficult to ride. That's why it was called a suicide shift. But I was just like those guys I saw in the movie Easy Rider. And for you young viewers, if you don't know what that is, look it up on YouTube, Easy Rider. That was me back in the 70s, living the life that I dreamed of from the time I saw that movie at, I was 9 or 10 years old. By the time I was 17, I was living that life. So I visualized that, I saw that, I dreamed about that. It took years for me to get there, but I got there. Later on in my life, I became a professional boxer because I had always wanted to be a tough guy. Before that, I was street fighting, and then I started amateur boxing, then I became a professional boxer. That was another dream I had. I thought I was a tough guy in the street fights, but I didn't realize what tough was till I got into the ring with people who really knew how to fight. And they would beat the hell out of me. But these are things that I dreamed about, I talked about, I desired. I had a deep desire to do these things. And I could go on and on about it. But if you don't believe you can do these things, if you speak as though they will never happen, guess what? It will never happen. For from the fullness of the heart, the mouth speaks. So whatever is coming out of your mouth is coming from within you, deep within you, from your subconscious, your superconscious, from the God within you, however you want to look at it or perceive it. But listen to what you're saying. Your words are very powerful. If you can control your words, that means you're controlling your thoughts, and thus you can steer or direct your life into the direction you want to go. Okay, that's all I have time for today. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to go out in there and try not to get wet today. See you tomorrow.